Have you ever felt stuck in your life, wondering if there's more to your story? Maybe you just wake up and you're going through the motions, unsure of where you're headed. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Well, today we're diving deep into a topic which is really important to me, and that is this idea of reinventing yourself. It's about breaking free from who you are, these bad habits and patterns that you've got into, and embracing some of the amazing possibilities that are out there for your life and making a change for the better. Not only am I going to give you 5 essential steps that I've used to kind of reinvent myself, but also some pitfalls that are very common along the way that you will really need to look out for. And those are really helpful, so make sure you stick around to the end. A couple years ago, I was going through that exact same thing. I was feeling lost, uncertain. I knew that I wanted change in my life. I just didn't know what to change or what path to go down. And while my journey wasn't easy, it definitely was transformative. I'm not the same person I was then. And that's really what I wanted to share with you today. Whether you're looking for a new career path, personal growth, a complete overhaul of your life, you're trying to live a more minimalist lifestyle, more intentional lifestyle, this video will help you with that. So why reinvent yourself? I've gone down this path a couple times now, and I feel like there's times in our lives where we kind of get stuck, right? We're not necessarily down on horrible habits and our life's a wreck, but sometimes maybe we're just not living up to our potential. I know for me, that's something I've struggled with a lot over the years. Maybe we just have like 1 or 2 little bad habits that are keeping us from being productive. We're procrastinating. Maybe our sleep is off. Maybe we're not being consistent with going to the gym and eating healthy, things that are really important to us, but we're not doing. And sometimes I think you have to get to that point where you're like, I'm done with this and I just want to change some little things in my life to get me closer to that. And for me, that mindset of it doesn't have to be a huge overhaul. It's just like really small shifts that I can do. That for me makes this whole shift a lot more, I guess, attainable. Step 1, self-assessment. For the first time I did this, I was like a rudderless ship, and I realized that I wanted to reach financial independence, and I wanted to get out of the habits that I had at the time of spending money, of thinking about myself, and I wanted to get more into actually having freedom to do some of the things that I wanted with my life. And in order to do that, I needed to change some habits, I needed to change how I thought, but finding out kind of my why really helped with all the other steps that come later, because I always have that to go back to. Why am I doing this hard thing? Why am I not doing the easy thing? It's because of this. And even if it's not a huge change like that, it could just be something smaller, like wanting to actually be passionate about your life and excited for Monday morning, and ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What am I excited? What would I love to do? Most people maybe think about that, but they never really get to the action steps of, okay, I know that's what I want to do. How am I going to actually do it? Very few people live the life of their dreams because they never take that first step towards that life, or they take one step and then they fall off the bandwagon. Step number 3 is actually goal setting, and I feel like most people do this wrong. They kind of look at goals like a wish list, like this year I want to get in shape, I want to lose some weight, I want to start that business, it's gonna be a great year, let's go. And I can almost guarantee you none of that stuff will happen because those are just wishes. Instead, I've actually been keeping 90-day goals for the past 2 or 3 years. And for me, it's been life-changing to focus on one goal for 90 days and then a different goal for 90 days and a different goal for 90 days. It keeps you focused, and it's a short enough time where you can't push it out 6 months or a year. And then it also has to be a SMART goal. And then for me, I actually use this Finisher's Journal, not a sponsor, but I do have an affiliate link. I've been using them for years. And pretty much I set a primary goal, and then I have an action step, which is like a 3-step action plan in order to get there. It's very specific and very measurable. So it's like, instead of grow my business, it's get 5 clients. And then there are tasks broken down. And then every single day I have one thing that I have to do to get closer to that goal. And I have weekly checkups, and all that is with this journal. I think there's like 10% off if you want to check it out. But you can set goals however you want. But the important thing is that they're not just a wish list, but that they're actually a big goal broken down into actionable steps that you can get slightly closer to every day. And as you start building those daily habits, they become habits, and it's no longer a hard thing to change your life. It's something that happens automatically because you just do it over and over and over and over again in these small little steps. So this has been a big tool. Step 3, the obsession. I really think in order to change your life, you need to obsess about something else. When I get stuck in these ruts and I'm really stuck looking at my phone, just unfocused and unmotivated, what really helps me is picking a topic and really obsess about it. Let it become my bad habit. My addiction is obsessing about this thing that will change my life. Started off with finances, then I was been into health and fitness, and right now I've been looking into a bunch of stuff on biohacking and how to perform the best I can, which has been an interesting path to go down. But look back at what was your why? What is that specific goal that you had, and can you obsess about something that will help you with that goal? Maybe it's learning a new language. Watch a bunch of Nathaniel Drew videos. That'll probably help you out. Take his courses. If you're looking to get into financial independence, there's a bunch of really good books. I'll leave a link to my recommended reading list down below. I also have a course on financial minimalism where I talk about more of that in detail. If it's not mine, a bunch of other people do. There's a bunch of books. There's a bunch of great resources that you can better your finances forever and really transform them by obsessing about them for like 90 days. So what's your thing, and how can you invest money, time, energy into that thing, into your brain, transforming how you think, because you're taking in so much information about it? Your life will be changed forever. You'll have this knowledge forever. You can learn about how to track calories, how to go to the gym, how to get your finances in order. You can learn anything you want in 90 days, and you'll have that skill for the rest of your life, and that skill can change your life. Step 4, experimentation. Now at a new angle. There was a time on YouTube where sitting on the floor was extremely popular. In the minimalism space, I'll have you know, I think that's gone out of fashion. Anyways, experimentation is about getting outside of your comfort zone. We all live pretty routine lives. We do the same thing over and over and over again, and that's how we get stuck into these bad cycles, is because we don't try new things. We don't break our habits, break the mold a little bit, and explore new stuff. And maybe you know that this isn't gonna be the thing, but you can learn new skills from different things that you can keep again for the rest of your life. I studied and almost took the test to become a personal trainer. It turned out that wasn't what I wanted to do, but now I have a bunch of fitness information and health information that I keep the rest of my life that's helped me in other ways. I was a realtor for like 8 years. Well, the realtor thing didn't work out. It gave me a lot of knowledge in the real estate world, which really changed my personal finances. I've realized that every different little thing that I've tried, whether it's acting or hosting a show or even having a podcast that failed, every different thing that I have done has helped me in some weird abstract way that I had no idea what it was. So maybe it's even just taking a painting class and you discover something about yourself that you want to be creative, but it's not painting, but maybe it's, starting your YouTube channel. What is something? Look for something new that you can explore. Even if that's not going to be the thing that changes your life, you can take away something from it and look for those takeaways. Networking and community. As a bit of an introvert loner, this was something I didn't do for a really long time. And as I've started to do this more, I've made a lot more progress in my life, and it's changed me as a person as well. It's this idea, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And you never know when having a conversation with somebody at some random networking event that you weren't really going to plan on going to, but you finally got yourself out of the house and ended up going there, and you meet like a business partner who changes your life, or you meet a friend who gives you one idea that changes your life. Whereas if you never went out of the house, if you never talked to people, if you never got out there, you would be guaranteed not to have that idea, that thought, that little thing that can change everything. So try putting yourself in those situations. A lot of struggles and challenges that you can run into as well. I think the one that I have seen derail people the most is the fear of failure. That's why public speaking is like the #1 fear over death. It's because we fear embarrassing ourselves in front of our peers, in front of random people we've never met before. It's a huge fear. That's the main reason I procrastinate when making videos, is because I fear making something that will in turn get destroyed by people. And that did take me a really long time in order to get over. And that's why people don't go to the gym, because they don't know how to use the equipment. They're worried to ask. They don't want to embarrass themselves there. That's why people don't do a lot of the things they want to do, is because of this fear of failure. But the crazy thing is, you cannot have success without failure. Like, maybe somebody can. I definitely can't. I failed at like 20 different things before I found success at something, and each one of those failures gave me a tool which allowed me to have that success. If I hadn't failed all those times, I wouldn't have had any success. And like, if you're not failing, you're not learning. There's only so much you can learn from reading, from watching, from listening. A lot of things you learn by making mistakes, correcting mistakes, moving on to new things. So you can't let that stop you. Another common one will be a lack of support or a lack of motivation, where you get excited about something for like a week and then it dies off. And that's why I've really loved 90-day goals. I've loved finding a podcast or a YouTube channel or just a book. It's somebody that I can obsess about and follow that and keep motivated every day by reading a few pages of the book, watching a YouTube video, whatever it is, finding something or someone to keep me motivated and keep me going. If you enjoyed this video and you want some accountability, throw down your 90-day goal in the comments. I read and try to answer every single comment, so you can definitely do that. You can check out one of these journals, or there's other ones like it that are 90-day journals. I'll put a link down below. Hopefully this will give you some motivation to kickstart your life into the direction that you want it to go in this upcoming year. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.